What's going on, Joe fans? Centex Collector here with another review, this time for G.I. Joe Classified Monkeywrench Dreadnok, figure 167. Got this off Amazon because my Walmart order got canceled mysteriously, like my crystal ball, but I was able to save the crystal ball. This one, apparently not. I'm just surprised it took us this long to get Monkeywrench. So typical, we got the Cobra insert, that piece of paper, and then here he is in the plastic. Let me go ahead and crack them out.
Who's ever left standing at the end of the audition becomes our next Dreadnok. And that will be me, mister.
Yeah, well, you'll be the first one down. I'll see to that.
Oh, that's what you think, fat stuff. Start auditioning!
Hope your insurance is paid up, sucker! You were saying... Oh, we gotta get closer.
We will. Looks like it's almost over.
He used stun grenades. That's cheating.
Of course it's cheating, you nit. What did you expect? Sportsmanship? All right, fellow. What's your name?
You can call me Monkeywrench. Me hobbies are heavy metal, unprovoked mayhem, and explosions. Loud explosions.
A fitting appellation.
Okay, first impression, I'm digging him. I mean, he looks like legit gnarly biker 1%er dude. I mean, he looks, yeah, he's looking good. Really legit. But we'll compare them. So here is the original. So we'll get into that comparison. And yes, I do have the file card for this one. He's from Wales. That's interesting. Overseas. Oh, and this one had the fridge. But 86 was the original Monkeywrench. I don't understand why it took us this long to get Monkeywrench, because he was basically the fourth, like basically a founding member, but the fourth member of Dreadnoks, because obviously first we had Zartan in like 83, 84. And then 85 we got Buzzer Ripper Torch, the trio. And then 86, we got Zarana and Xandar, and then Monkeywrench as well in 86. That's why I feel like he's a founding member, because Zarana and Xandar are brother and sister to Zartan. So yeah, they're members, but not like members like the other quote-unquote bikers. But anyway, here we go. We got Monkeywrench. But let me get into the accessories. The only accessory that Monkeywrench had from 86 was this weird weapon. It looks like, I like how they modernized it, because it had this trident on it, which I never really understood. And there's an episode with G.I. Joe of Monkeywrench basically getting into the Nox, the initiation or whatever. But there is the original. They did a good job of giving this one a lot of color. Obviously, to save money, it was just all one color. But you can also see how big, I've said this time before, but how big the 1/18 scale weapons are to 1/12. It should not be that close in size, but they made the weapons bigger. Probably A, because those kids, we already lost stuff, but also you got the big old grip, so that get in the hand, and just for us as kids. But yeah, they took that and basically copied it, and they made some updates and gave it some coloring. Just super cool. I mean, this just takes me back to my childhood, because I had Monkeywrench when I was a kid. But there's his rifle weapon, and it's got some, well, this part's kind of bendy, and then this is bendy, and then in the middle is more rigid. But yeah, this weapon feels good. And there's like all the different colors they did to it too. You've got 4 different colors going on just on the weapon. And look at all these accessories that we'll get into. So please, Hasbro, man, don't crank us. I mean, because you don't get all this with Marvel Legends. You're lucky if you get any accessories with a Marvel Legend. And they gave him a set of fists, which Hasbro or Classified really doesn't do, but we got some fists. They gave him, of course, his shades, just like the original had to have the shades. But the million-dollar question is, like, how well do they stay? I feel like his hair comes off. Yeah, so his hair actually comes off. Let me get into that first. So they gave him this extra mask, which I'm not a big fan of. But yeah, it looks like they gave him another hair piece. That mask gives you like that Mad Max look. But that's not really my thing. But the shades, I know some people just use blue tack or whatever, but I would like to get these shades on without it being a problem. There we go. Maybe I can get it to stay like that, hopefully. But they really made his face menacing and gave him like a scar on his face. Looks like they did something different with the shades compared to like Buzzer and Ripper and Torch. So he's got the shades. And then they gave him a different, more of an outlaw, like if you want to put the mask over his face. So they've got this mask here, which I wish they would did more of these actually. They're pretty cool. They got this mask or handkerchief. And then if you want to do like the Bandito look, you got this one to go over his face. So that's a cool addition. Then they gave him a revolver, which is kind of fitting for his style. Again, two-tone revolver with the black grip and then the silver on the barrel and revolver. So, I mean, this is a really detailed, I would say probably one of the, not fully through the figure, but probably one of the best figures just because of all the detail they've done on this. I mean, just like with this here, I mean, normally Hasbro go cheap. And then also they gave us two like battle axes or hatchets. And again, these have 4 colors. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, these have 4 colors. Really detailed, just something extra. I can't tell if these are reuse from like Barbecue or the Firefighter maybe. But either way, still accessories. I mean, for 25 bucks, we've got more accessories, which I'm all about the accessories. If I don't use them, they're great fodder for customs or what have you. So just a little detail is amazing so far. Now, if we go to the OG from 86, got the black boots, and they've got like the ankles, like the way they did it the same there. They gave him like rags tied around his bottom leg. Same tie there and there. They just made the jeans a darker blue, like a blue jean. And then instead of giving him patterns, you know, because he was made in 86, so instead of doing like a funky 80s look, they just gave him ripped jeans for this pattern, a rip there, rip here, and another rip up here. And then the original, I probably noticed this one's kid, but he had the revolver on his right leg, the black holster, so they recreated that on this one. And then they gave him the silver belt buckle, and it's got like a skull with, oh, it's got wrenches crossed on the skull. So the skull with crossed wrenches on his belt buckle. Black belt like the original. And then they gave him the chains on the right and the left, which the original didn't have. Black gloves like the original. And like these gauntlet things. And you can see it had detail on the original, but this one they gave it the paint to make them stand out, like a silverish, grayish type paint to make that stand out. So again, a little detail is just crazy on this thing. And then they gave him a tattoo on the right arm. Looks like a knife with a skull. And then on the left arm, they gave him the monkey, or the skull with the wrenches. I don't know if those are 10mm. We're always missing those. Mechanic joke. But anyway, so the tattoo there, which is awesome. He's a biker. They didn't have tattoos on the original. I think the only one that may have had tattoo was the Anarchy tattoo on Road Pig, if I'm not mistaken. It's probably only one I can recall. Same vest. They just added details. We got like the zipper detail here. You can see the silver there. And instead of, they didn't give him, oh, they did. So he's got the necklace just like the OG. I'm just now seeing that. So he's got like the, looks like a horseshoe type necklace. They gave him black with silver horseshoe instead of just all silver. Again, you know, they're being cheap with the original figures. And then even the detail here, they got buckles here with the detail. And then, yeah, the black strap goes here on the back. The grenades, they gave the grenades some paint. So the original one had 5 grenades. He's got 5 grenades here. They painted them here instead of just being silver. And then they gave him the handkerchief around his neck. And they gave him really menacing, you know, he still got his goatee, got his shades, and they gave him menacing grin, and like I said, his face like it was cut. Same hairdo, same hair color, a little darker on the Classified. But just the level of detail. The only thing looks like they missed, yeah, around his shoulder, it looks like the right shoulder, he had like a chain. So they didn't do that there, but they did put the chain, maybe this is, you know, they did put a chain around his waist, maybe it's just easier to do it that way. And then they gave him the collar down. This one they had the collar popped. Again, that was like an 80s thing, right? Having the popped collar. So again, they took the 80s look but modernized it so it wouldn't feel dated. I mean, this figure is awesome. And then, yes, he's got his backpack peg hole there, but he didn't have a backpack. Just the level of detail. Oh, I guess here he's got 2 things here. So this is where essentially he's got, but you can't put the hatchets there. Oh yeah, you can. Aha. So these are like clips per se. I thought they were like holes, like you'd put swords through, but no, they actually are removable per se. I don't know why you want to carry hatchets on your back, but he's a biker, so 1%er, do whatever you want. But yeah, however you want to put these on his back, so they're like clips. That's cool. So yeah, I'm noticing these knees are real fluid on these newer figures. Cobra Commanders was real good too. And he's got the waist and the upper torso, but he's not really getting a whole lot, probably his vest. So yeah, I'm really digging. I mean, this is a really good figure. I mean, super detailed across the board. You know, with the belt buckle, with just all the details, just amazing. The more you look at this, with the chains, the clips here, they really, this must have been somebody's favorite figure. I know Lenny likes Knox, but maybe somebody else on the team. They did a real good job of attention to detail. One thing I can notice, there's, looks like on this leg, it's like a QC issue right here. You can see there's a gap or splitting right there. So I don't know if it's just mine, but this QC issue there, like that leg's about to fall off. Kind of on that one too. So I don't know if anybody else has this issue, but there's a gapping there. But other than that, man, I'm pleased. And between Benny's Customs, I have just about all the knocks. I have all of them that have been released from Hasbro, but I mean, even with Customs, I have just about all the Dreadnoks. So, yeah, this figure is just, yeah, Hasbro really stepped up on this figure. But yeah, guys, there we go. There's Monkeywrench, the 4th member of the original Dreadnok crew. Like, comment, subscribe. JJ out.